Hey, everybody. I don't know why my picture is so small. Let me see if we can. Nope, that doesn't fix it. Let me try this. That almost fixes it. All right, we'll just go with this. We have a black background today, but hello, everybody. I'm glad you're joining us on this fine Tuesday, December 9th, as we get ready to start our double word sprint for the week. So I'm just the first of three. If you're new to sprinting, let me go ahead and share the links. Although, as we've already pointed out in the chat, they are definitely in the description for both YouTube or Facebook, no matter where it is that you're joining us from. So let me go ahead and get the link to the first one. But in the meantime, how is everybody doing? You guys doing good today? I see Bon said she's already kind of struggling about what it is to write, but hi everyone. I'm scrolling down in the chat now. Tis me, tis Abby Day. Yeah, so what are you guys working on? The line and the pose for my Stu is great. She's inking next. Nice. Oh, I'm so glad your illustrator's doing a good job. NJ, I am surviving. You are also very close to holiday break at school. So yes, the bravest thing we can do is keep moving. That is for sure. Oh, Bon, I have to show this one. Still trying to avoid the 60-day novel challenge. We're giving it more time to simmer. That is actually exactly what you should be doing. I'm just going to go ahead and say it. And I know it's hard sometimes to put pause on something, but there is something really magical about giving yourself some distance from a finished draft, particularly a first draft, because there's probably a lot of work that needs to be done, maybe even a lot more work than you realize at the moment. And so giving yourself that distance allows you to diagnose it a little bit better, I think. It also allows you to be just disconnected enough that if you have to make a major change, you're not quite as married to something that you just wrote and you love and you feel great about it. And then you step back and sometimes you realize, maybe it's not the best thing for my story. So there is absolutely nothing wrong with taking a break from the 60-day novel challenge work here in December. And as a matter of fact, if it makes you feel any better, Bon and everyone else out there listening, I took both of my Stu the Duck drafts for both of my books, and I put them together because they are chapter books. They're shorter. I put them together in one vellum file. I exported it and I sent it off to Lulu to be printed. So my last book, I just put away all my binders of drafts that I had that I was showing the cohorts. But I printed a draft of my book I just slapped a fake cover on it. And I sent it to Lulu to be printed because there was something about reading it on paper someplace other than at my desk where I wrote it that also helps give you a little bit of distance from your manuscript. And so that's a great tip. And the great thing about when you send it off to Lulu to be printed is it takes them a couple weeks to get it back. So you're sort of forced to have that distance, if that makes any sense. So anything like vellum for Windows or PC, there is Atticus, and there is also Reedsy has a free formatter. So and I just threw it into vellum because that's what I had, and it takes it like 2 seconds, and I wasn't really super concerned about my formatting. I just wanted to get the file correct so that I could send it off to Lulu. So we have 18 seconds before our sprint starts. Bond Vellum is it's a formatting program. Format your manuscript. All right, here we go. I will see you guys in about 20 minutes. All right. Okie dokie. How did you guys do? Oh, let's see. I only transferred about 300 words over, mostly because I was at loss for a word. I could not think of the word examine to save my life. So Rosalinda, 476. Also, Rosalinda, I hear congratulations are in order. Your book, I think Hank said, was doing super well on Amazon. Either Hank or Doug, somebody noticed the other day. So anyway, congratulations. So Rosalinda, 476, Elena, 151, David, 313, Bond, 530, Dreamy on the word dreamy and started on flower for the word prompt challenge. All right, Strengtho, 184. Renee, working on revisions. Cool. Nikana, 189. Linda, not counting words, edited a paragraph. That's good. Cicely, 138. Nice. You guys are doing great. So, anyway, let's see. Let me share. Remember, if you're kind of here for the first time, sprint number 1 actually links to sprint number 2, but let me go ahead and share sprint number 2 in the thing. Let's see. Let's see. So Rosalinda made #1 Amazon bestseller for Hispanic American literature and women's crime fiction for 5 days straight. That's amazing. Rosalinda, put the link to your book here in the chat. I know Renee is asking about it, who's doing well on Amazon. So put your link here so that we can all take a look and celebrate it with you. So that's fantastic. Keo says, I'm kidding. I did a little bit of world building. Are we supposed to be productive? I guess. I mean, I'm not your mom. I'm not going to tell you what to do. If you don't want to be productive, you don't have to. So, anyway, well, let's see. Oh, Lexi Price said, I write longhand and type it up after. Oh, that's awesome. And actually, I think activates a different part of your brain. I typed in 1,100 words this morning. Holy smokes. That's amazing. Is it possible to sell books on Amazon without publishing them on there? That's a great question, NJ, and something to ask in the community, because I don't know the answer to that. Rosalinda would probably know the answer. Hank and Doug would also know the answer. So, Kim says, I'm the community mother. Yeah, remember that, you guys. I can be your mom if you need. My teens probably wouldn't recommend it to you, but whatever. They're teens. They're not supposed to like me, right? So, oh, Rosalinda, I feel better that you don't know the answer to that question either about can you sell on Amazon without doing their print on demand service, which is called KDP. Keo can be the cool aunt. I like it. I like it. Thanks, you guys, by the way, for keeping me talking. I don't like doing this by myself, so I'm really glad you guys are giving me a little fodder to talk about, because otherwise I do feel like I am just talking to my blank computer screen like a crazy person. Yeah, what is the title of your book, Rosalinda, so that we can go and look it up as well? It's almost Christmas. You guys like giving books. You can definitely buy some of the community books and put them in stockings. So thank you for my cardigan. I also have on a brand new t-shirt from one of my favorite book series, Arthur. So anyway, it's chilly here in Florida, which is a weird thing to say. I mean, I say it's chilly. It's like it's 71 degrees, but it's raining and it's cloudy. So, all right, we have 24 seconds before the next sprint starts. So, best of luck to everyone. I'm going to continue transferring from, I'm doing a little read by really retyping. So, all right, here we go. 4 seconds. I'll see you guys in. Bye. all right, everybody. Let me remove my weird infinity screen of Dabble projects there. How did everybody do this time? Let me see. I ended up 799 words so far. So we got 151, 316, 355, 196. Nice. Awesome, you guys. Keep putting those totals in. If you're uh, still here and still listening, feel free to put it in. Yeah. So what do you guys, who is taking a break and writing something new? Because I will point out, we do have the short story challenge that if you need to take a break from your current work in progress in between drafts, if maybe you discovered something along the way and you want to explore a little backstory or an origin story, you can always write a short story kind of in the interim just to keep your chops up, keep the words flowing. And we do, I believe, still have our short story challenge up on our YouTube channel if you want to go back through and sort of play along with Hank as he walked us through how to write a short story. I think it was in the winter of last year. So anyway, that's kind of always an option. NJ says, met my daily writing, so I'm writing emails out to my group. Awesome. Let's see. Got to finish a first draft. Sorry, I'm trying to catch up in the chat here. So David's obviously starting over. Poor David. For those of you guys that don't know, he set himself the goal. He and Robert both said they didn't meet their 50,000 words in the month of November, they would delete their drafts. And Robert met his, but David deleted his draft, which I think gave everybody, as my grandmother would say, ajna in the community. We were like, whoa. So let's see. Bon says, yeah, she started a fun little short story before the 60-day novel challenge. Maybe it's time to revisit that one. I think that's a great thing to do in the interim, sort of. Let's see. Kara says, there seems to be an attitude both among readers and writers that writing short is inferior to writing novels. No, you know what? It is hard, I think, to write short. And any of you guys who write fantasy and write these epic 100,000 word novels, writing short is hard when you have that much space to explore something and then you try and cut it down. I have friends who write picture books, and I said to my girlfriend Lori once, I was like, I don't know how you do it in 32 pages. Like, it just blows my mind how they can tell like a whole story in 32 pages. So anyway, I think that's it's a great thing to explore, and it's just a way to practice. Plus, and this is Doug's take on writing short stories and novellas, that's a really great lead magnet if you're going to especially be indie published and you want to give people something for signing up for your email list. Give them a taste of what you write. A short story or a novella is an amazing thing to give in exchange for an email address. So anyway, we have 56 seconds left before our next and final sprint of the day. So hopefully everybody can get some good words down on the page. I'm coming up on, I think, chapter 9 in mine. So hopefully I'm trucking along. David said pictures are worth 1,000 words, though. So that's 32,000 words right there. Touche, David. Touche. So, yeah, the picture part that always slows me down. I'd have to practice my drawing chops. So anyway, all right, we got 10 seconds. Go. And I'll see you guys again in 20. All righty, everybody. That's the end of our it's the end of our sprints today. And yes, NJ put the answer to your question, Bon, in the chat. And she also has a poster that she emailed me that I will put in the community, and I will tag you in it. I will tag you, Bon and NJ. So let's see, how did everybody do? Jennifer got 551. Oh, let me check while the totals come rolling in. I'd have to do math. 61, 893, and 8. So I'm not even going to add it. I'm just going to say that's what I got. So let's see. We also have 500, 473, 391, 316. Not bad, you guys. Pretty darn good for having come off such like a hellish pace that we were all writing at during the month of November. So 283, 390. Awesome, you guys. Awesome. How did David get exactly 500? Is that kind of like when you ring up at the grocery store and it's like an even number and you feel like you won the lottery somehow? So, Nakana, congratulations, finished your short story. That's awesome. I'm glad you did it on sprints. I always feel like that's kind of a nice way because we can all cheer you on and say congratulations. So, let's see, 499. Words at 2 seconds, right there. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah. Just wrote one last word to get you there. Anyway, you guys are the bomb. Thank you for joining me. Doug will be here tomorrow. Hank will be here on Thursday. And in the meantime, happy writing, y'all. See you next time.